There we go. I do believe we are live, so I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me again on another Conscious Evolution, an opportunity for us to embrace the give and take of energy. At least that's the thing that I felt called to speak about today. That's been my experience with the world as of late, right? Realizing that there are things that can give us energy, things that take energy, right? And that thing can be you. That thing can be you to this world, right? All of us have the ability to give someone energy or to take it away from them. And like in this moment right now, and this is something I'm cognizant of, the emotional energy we can transmit, right? I can go, okay, let's talk about energy. So energy cannot be destroyed or created, can only be transformed. So I eat food and then vibrate my voice membranes. Right? Right? Technically I was speaking. Technically I was generating, I was using energy to do all of that. And weirdly enough, it took energy to do it. More energy to do it than it would cost, in my mind, to just use more energy. So the point I'm trying to make is that we have this ability as individuals in this world to transmit different levels of energy. But at the same time, these things, this world, also influences our levels of energy, right? Which influences the energy we can output, which influences our energy, right? So it's this weird dichotomy of you are both infinitely responsible and at the same time, I don't want to use the word a victim too. I don't think so. I don't think we're a victim too. I think maybe just a part of, right? That if for some reason it is super cold outside, that technically, actively wicks energy from your body because your body now is losing heat to the atmosphere and at the same time is trying to generate more heat inwardly, right? So that it can stay warm and stay alive. And that might not be the same energy as having a conversation, might not be the same energy as sitting down and watching a movie, or might not be the energy of smoking a joint, or, like kissing a loved one or whatever, right? All of these things have different energies, but sometimes, even unknowingly to us, things can take our energy, making it harder for us to actually give our energy in other places and to embrace that. Do not be like, oh, this sucks, because yeah, it does sometimes. Sometimes it sucks a little bit, sucks the energy out of us, that is. But at the same time, it is what we are. It allows us a whole plethora of experiences, I've noticed. Today, during my meditation after yoga, I went into the far, far future and specifically considered like Japanese culture, weirdly enough. There is something in me that greatly admires Japanese culture, especially like old Japanese culture. And this is not me being a weeaboo or whatever. It is just from this place of looking at how they chose to move, how they chose to dress, the importance they placed on things, on respect, on appearance, right? I'm by no means suggesting that we should go back. No, 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 no. But we can use some of it, right? Like this one thing, like rooms, and the way we were expected to use rooms. Chairs came up in my mind as well. So curious, right? Because depending on how you sit, also induces different energies, right? Like my body posture literally communicates different things to your brain. And to imagine that as the appearance thing, right? Like that is the thing that was fascinating me. It's like, wow, they must have paid a lot of attention to how things look in multiple different ways for them to get that obsessed with how it's supposed to look. I see Brother Dan is here with us. Love to you, bro. It's nice seeing your name. I see Shan, of course. Zano. And Joy Vive too. Blessings to all of you. I'm chilling with y'all while I play some Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 3. I've heard some good things, bro. I've seen the city traversal and it looks fun. Is it nice being Spider-Man? Are you taking your responsibility seriously? Are you allowed to kill civilians? I don't know why I went there. Oh, the colors of your attire is giving me so much energy. Yeah, you like this? Thank you, Shane. I like that you like it. I like technically was supposed to wear one of my darker scarves. They were next in rotation. Either my little tingly tangly one. It's like, oh yes, of course, your tingly tangly scarf. Yes, yes. It's purplish, purple and yellowish and oranges-ish. It has like a bunch of faded colors and a bunch of little tingly tanglies. Or Maxine's scarf, the one with the little dolphins on it. That one's also pretty dark. Those were the next ones in line. But then I looked at my pink scarf and I was like, nah, actually, I'm gonna go all pink today. So thank you, Shannon. I'm happy that it gives you energy. That means more than you know. I beat Spider-Man 2, Mel. So I decided to go back and play the first game. And Miles Morales. Nice. Are you playing them on console? Is that a stupid question? Is it console exclusive? Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you're having fun, dude. Getting to escape into that world. They're great games, super chill, and just like wholesome fun. Oh yeah, bro. I remember Spider-Man was one of my favorites when I was a kid as well. You're like a Technicolor dream this morning. You stuff in you. Thank you, Joy Vive. Yeah, Technicolor dreaming. There's like a bunch of sun beetles. I don't know if they're sun beetles. Something beetles screaming. Can you hear that? Oh yeah, you can hear that. Oh, I shouldn't have looked at the noise floor. As soon as I looked at the noise floor, it instantly gave me anxiety. Because not only can you hear that, but it's present, isn't it? This is what it's like to have tinnitus. Not exactly like that, right? Like there's a little bit of an oscillating happening in that sound. Imagine if it was only the high pitch sound, always. That's what it's like having tinnitus. Maybe there's something in there with give and taking of energy. Because technically, right, that I know, bear with me, technically, these little beetles singing in our background is ceaselessly inputting a noise floor, like an energy, like electricity, right? Because your ears are receiving this input and it's going, and then that goes, and that is happening in your brain right now. And you have to filter out all of that with the you get from my voice in this moment as well. All of it is energy, right? And I feel like in some way we have to give more energy to ignore sometimes or get used to the bugs screaming in our ears, if you will. GameStop made us buy Miles Morales in a bundle when we upgraded to a PS5, and I'm still super salty about it. So I haven't even unwrapped it yet. Poor Miles Morales. He's just laying in that disc container, disc case. Is that what it's called? He's just laying in that disc case, hoping, dreaming that one day Sam will touch him and he'll get to be played. Poor Miles Morales. Hopefully it's a good dream and not a nightmare. I mean, I would like to believe that it's going to be good dream vibes. It seems like there is some weird dreaminess happening. Cars in the background, puppy losing her mind, bugs screaming, cows mooing, wind lightly blowing, birds flying over my head. This might be a dream. Kitty walking past my field of vision. This might definitely be a dream. But I'm not seeing any nightmare vibes. There's nothing chasing me. There's nothing to be anxious about. I'm getting to breathe. I get to be calm in this moment, despite the chaos of the world. Because there's only so much I can do to control it. And instead of trying to control it, I am just going to embrace all the energy that's being inputted into me. I feel like the energy I'm trying to integrate is the wop wop. Wop 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 wop. I'm whopping whopping. I'm whopping at something. I'm wop whopping. I wop wop some more. But yes, I receive I receive only love. I'm receiving dog bark and I get to say I'm grateful to hear. I'm grateful for my hearing. I'm grateful that I can distinguish different sounds from one another. I am grateful for the ability to be calm despite my environment being chaotic. And the best part is our environments aren't even that chaotic. Right? I know some of your friends live in the city, so you have like a whole exponential on top of me of how much is happening out there. But then to like fast forward billions of years, imagining like one spot. Imagine just like that big of a square, right? Somewhere out here. Maybe you could look through that big of a square into your environment. And then you go for billions of years, only what's happening in that little square. So much. So much. And it will happen so fast, it will look like a blur. It will look like a blur. At least to your mind. I don't think you'd be able to make out any of it. So the fact that we can. Yesterday I had this moment of like waiting for my mom to come back from her shopping or whatever. And just looking at people. And every single person I look at, I had to try and imagine hopes, dreams, them as children, the relationship they had to have with their parents, where it is they're going, what is it that led to them being there in that moment. And even though it was a lot of information to consider, it was still very simple, very calm. There's so much happening, and yet it's so calm, right? Or at least it can be. Maybe that's the real joke. Maybe that's the energy that surprises me, is that you have the ability to, despite extreme chaos, be calm. Is calm the opposite of chaos? Like I'm thinking about like the whole analogy of the eye of the storm kind of vibe, right? That the center of all chaos is calm. Can we say stuff like that? Does it feel right? What does it make you feel when I say that? The center of all chaos is calm. Like I'm thinking about it in two different ways. The one I want to talk about is the interpretation way, where the only way for you to experience what you would consider chaotic is for you to be in a place of calm, right? If you're like meditating, for example, and you're zenning out and you're in that state of like, this is good. And then suddenly just the dogs start barking because there's someone at the door. Technically a very normal event. Someone at the door, dogs bark. Not that not that wild. But in that moment, from that calm place, that feels like the most chaotic thing in the universe just got thrusted upon you. Right? It almost feels like a joke sometimes of like feeling like we're always being pulled away from that calm. Shift our attention from this calm moment to where the storms are. Right? Out there. Where we can't control it. Oh, okay. I'm happy that I went into that little fractal with you, friends. Hopefully, it's a good dream. That was true. Although I think the first game was ported to PC. Yeah, I think the rest are still console. I think you were just answering. Yeah, a lot bugs. There's only so much I can do. It's out of my control. It's out of my control. If I had nanobot skin, I'd be able to find those bugs and just hold on to their little wings so they can't flap them. But no, not right now. I do not have that level of energy just yet to manipulate reality. Not right now. Now we're still gonna have to deal with loud bugs. Yeah, they're PlayStation only. I thought so. The spring water. I'm simmering with cinnamon, cardamom, allspice, and lemon peel is also giving me super lovely energies too. That does sound quite magical. Do you drink it with ice after you simmer it? I'm guessing simmering is to heat it up, right? That does sound very nice. Sounds like some health potion right there, actually. I got Sackboy with PS5. Sackboy. I think I've seen the profile picture, but I haven't actually played it. I bet that smells good, Shan. It does sound nice, right? Oh hey, what's happened to your breech calf? Did it get born? The dude that just came is the same guy from yesterday, so I don't know. Joy Leaf. I don't actually know. I'll have to find out as well. It really does, Joy. I'm gonna put some orange peel in there a little later, I think. Add some extra orangey flavors. It's hella early in the morning. Nothing is happening yet. That's true, actually. My corner of the world is still in bed. You don't consider going out when it's like that, Joy? I know it's cold out. That is probably making it a little bit harder. But like the serenity of the morning hours really allows us that experience of calm before the chaos of the day, right? Gives us that calm energy without us having to fight for it. Are you making a specialty floor cleaner, pest remover, or a nightcap, Shan? Sounds like that could work for all of them. You know, since it's all natural ingredients, maybe it could work for all of it and still be okay for our bodies. I see Kristen here too. Well, my alarm for yoga just went off. It's only a little bit late. Kristen, sending you blessings, dear friend. It's nice having you here right now. Maybe we'll see you again tomorrow. She's making potpourri water or some kind of witch's brew. Are you not supposed to drink it? My mind instantly wants to drink it. Cinnamon sounds nice. I like cinnamon. Cardamoms. I don't actually know what cardamoms is. Hey Google, Hey Google, what are cardamoms? Cardamoms.
According to Wikipedia, cardamom, sometimes cardamom or cardamom, is a spice made from the seeds of several plants in the genera Elateria and Amomum in the families Ingiberaceae. Both genera are native to the Indian subcontinent and Indonesia.
Yeah, you still have some work to do. Like at one point, it just sound like some spices. Sounds nice. Still, I would like to eat that as well. Allspice, I'm down. Orange peel and lemon peel, both of those sound good too. Let's see if we'll find out. Not really, Sam. Just wanted to do something with the lemon peel from juicing my lemon this morning, and I had the idea of simmering it with some spices, just to have a nice warm aroma in my house. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice as well, actually, as an idea. Right? Don't spray detergents. I don't know if there are detergents, but artificial flavors in your air. You can just, boil some spice. I don't understand daylight saving. Is it different in other places? Daylight savings is bad for us. I remember, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was like going into the whole conspiracy thing of like it being like a money thing. That's why we do it, to get more hours out of people instead of them being allowed to keep their sleep schedule, sleep a little bit later because of the cold, etc., etc. And yeah, studies prove the same. It is in fact not good for us to daylight save. Do you have to spring forward or to fall back? Maybe I'm just asking Joy because you're the West Coast. No, not really the warm aroma. We're on different time zones, and DST doesn't happen in Arizona. Kristen is in Vegas. Okay, that makes sense. Just catching up on what I missed. You didn't miss anything. I feel like today's stream is gonna be a little bit more low energy, right? To realize that sometimes we have to contribute the energy that is we're seeking. And I'm seeking calm. I'm seeking some gentleness. I'm seeking acceptance. I'm seeking patience. I'm seeking contentment. I feel acceptance is the best word though. Deep acceptance for this moment, for myself, for my state of being, for where I find myself right now. It's energy you can give and take. You can accept your environment as yourself ultimately. I have little doggers asking for attentions. They're like, come on, give us the attentions, bro. Give us some lovets. We all want some attentions. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, and they're off. Yudi, of course, he's like, bro, where's my attentions? Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. He's like, oh, shush. Oh, shush. Peppy is like, bro, are you getting attention right now? How dare you? Oh, yeah. We fell back at 2 a.m. and lost an hour this morning. Sacrilege. Doesn't sound nice. That does sound nice. It's not cold here yet. It's surprisingly warm right now. I like going out to my backyard when it's this early. It's so peaceful. And I like the way that the world smells early in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, that's the energy I'm talking about, Joy. I'm happy that you do actually go out and experience some of that. Oh, I want to know what your SA spices are like. Cardamom is a common spice here. We use most of those spices. Like paprika is a big one in South Africa that we use. You know, salt and pepper aren't spices, but they are popular as well. We have all the basics, you know, like thyme and I'm seeing all of the different greens. Basil, I guess that's one as well. Parsley, sure. Garlic is big as well. I think cardamom is usually used in like meat dishes though. We don't use that with our vegetables. Coriander is also a big one. Nutmeg, surely. Yeah, I feel like spice is pretty much, you know, pretty universal. Everywhere I went in the world, you know, you get the same spices, or find at least the same spices available to you if you want to cook with them. Howdy to you, Connor. Nice seeing your name, friend. Sending you blessings. Cardamom has a kind of warm, spicy, citrusy flavor. It's so good. Sounds amazing. Like I don't know. Like I've seen cardamom in like bits and like spice mixes, but never on its own. At least not in our home. I hope school is treating you well. Blessed. Daylight saving was a thing for farmers to make them work more. Absolutely. It's good. Just a little sick. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Hope you get better. Chives, yeah. Rosemary, 100%. That one is also popular. I'm trying to think if there's something that we use that would like shock you, friends, but I'm pulling up, you know, like empty. We'll use ginger and turmeric. You know, those are also spices we use in our meals. Like we have a lot of Indian descendant people here as well. Is that the right way to say it? Asian, technically, from India. The largest population of Indian people live in South Africa, outside of India. At least that's the way I've read the fractal. So that culture is also a mix of ours, and we also do curries, you know, in South African cuisine. But I really can't think of anything that's going to be surprising. Syrup spice we use a lot. No, can't imagine something. Nothing that you friends won't know. Turmeric, yeah, name that one. I see Louisiana in chat now as well. Blessings to you, to Eva and Pippi and Judy. There's some cows as well. JP wants to see cows, right? These little cows are a little bit sick right now, so they're quarantined into the yard. This one seems to be getting better at least. Eating consistently. What is Doi? Sis, Eva. She's chewing on a dead bird. We don't want to see that. Eva, leave it alone. She's like, when I tell her no, Eva, no, stop doing that. Runs away with it, of course. Right? Like, I don't have a problem with them wanting to eat that stuff. The problem comes in when they eat that stuff and then they want my attention and then they smell like death. And I'm like, I don't want to touch you. I don't want to touch you when you smell like death, please. Please stop licking me. They call them East Asian myself because it's not just India over there, that way of the world. It's true. It's very true. There's a lot of Asia. I'm just trying to be cognizant, sensitive. Is that the right word? Trying to make sure I don't offend. Oh, there's a little beetle in my water, or at least there used to be. Tarragon is super good too. That one I don't know. Tarragon. That one I don't know. Hey Google, show me tarragon.
According to Wikipedia, tarragon, also known as estragon, is a species of perennial herb in the family Asteraceae.
Yeah,
It is
I haven't seen
widespread
that
in the
one.
wild across much of Eurasia and North America and is cultivated for culinary and medicinal purposes. One
Medicinal.
subspecies, Artemisia dracunculus var. sativa, is cultivated to use the leaves as an aromatic culinary herb.
I didn't expect to hear the word sativa. Right? I was like, oh, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. And then sativa, and my mind goes, sativa? I know sativa. Hey Google, what are the medical benefits of tarragon?
Here's a summary from Medical News Today. Health benefits of tarragon: relieving pain and inflammation, increasing insulin sensitivity, alleviating depression, combating fungal infection, regulating the immune system, fighting cancer, and healing the skin.
Man, we've been missing out in South Africa, not eating this stuff my whole life. What's the flavor like? Is that sriracha? Sriracha? So nice seeing you. Are you still streaming? I can literally see you sitting in your car streaming right now. That's the fractal you exist as in my mind. It's such a blessing having you here with us. It's nice seeing you, dear friend. Good morning to you too. My husband just turned on a football game. I want to know if the NFL is going to have to pay taxes as an international organization. I'm sure they'll do everything in their power not to. I doubt the NFL plays by the rules. Oh yeah. Sorry if I don't know your YouTube names. If I already know you, I think you know everybody here. Sriracha. You just might see different names. You can assume you know pretty much everybody. Still our good old RPAN friends that have been around. I do almost daily on Twitch. Blessings. Do you still do them in your car? Do you have a setup? Do you still do them with your cell phone? Mine is also still cell phone based. Like, it's weird. Like, I feel like the technology, my growth fractal and the technology fractal are like walking side by side, right? So I might never need to do it properly. I might never need to set myself up with a camera and a green screen and proper lighting. Maybe the tech will just catch up to me and like fill in the blanks, especially with generative AI, and stuff like DLSS. You're like, what is DLSS? Deep learning super sampling. So you can technically take a bunch of photos of me, the way I look. Maybe even do a 3D scan, if you will. Light me appropriately. And then you load all of that information to a chip on your device, and then it interprets. It sees me in the frame, and it's like, oh, bro, you have like a bunch of weird shadows on your face that's causing some sort of etc., etc. And then it can literally super sample that version of me that I'm supposed to look like, the perfectly lighted version of me over top of myself. And it will still be me as myself with better lighting, and then hopefully eventually being able to mask my outside world as well, where while I'm doing these live streams, I can just turn my reality into a sandbox, let's call it, in which I can play. Good morning again to you, friends. Nice having you here. The NFL is not for a profit organization, so they don't pay taxes in the US. Okay, I'll just say, okay, okay. Non for profit, nobody's profiting. Okay, cool, cool. That's cool. I needed to see your face melt, and here you are, of course. Still old school tech setup. I feel like the low tech is part of the charm. Yeah, me too, kind of, right? Not only a part of the charm, but a part of the convenience. Like it's so convenient. Kate is here with us too, of course. Hey, Kate. I've been thinking about you, friend. So nice seeing your name here with us as well. Yeah, the low tech is just a convenience thing, right? I would like to have my light attached to this stick as well, maybe like off to the side, so that I can have everything carried in a single package, right? The fact that we can do that, the fact that my camera, my computer, my internet connection, my microphone, everything is connected to one singular device. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. And I don't know if anything I can buy for a lot of money is going to top it necessarily. I am thinking about it. I am thinking about it. Uh, I'm thinking about it more. I'm thinking about it still. Yeah, I probably will. I probably will do that. But I don't think it's going to make it that much better. I think it's just going to make it a little bit more smooth, especially when I move. Keep it vague, so you can imagine for yourself what I'm going to do. I want to buy a new little camera. I've been meaning to buy a proper camera for this stream, but buying like a proper like DSLR and like the capture card and the HDMI's you have to set up, and then the proper lighting, because lighting is very important with like proper sensors technically. It's just going to add so many layers of complexity that's going to exhaust me. I can already see it. Maybe one day, if I have like I'm going to probably do that as well. If I have like a place, like a little, call it studio if you want to, I'll have like one proper setup with like a proper camera and a green screen. I'll do that too, 100%. But for most of my streams, the smaller, the more compact, the better. I've actually had this fantasy that my entire stream setup can be a ring, right? Where my camera, like I'll have like microphones built into my teeth or something already. But then the rest of my camera setup is just my ring, right? So anywhere I put this little ring can be now my camera, and it can, reframe, so it doesn't have to be perfectly angled or whatever. And then I have my device as just this little ring that I carry around with me. Read your friends' comments in my field of vision, maybe even directly in my brain. If not, when then, right? I better head to work. Gotta good to stop in. Tough time to catch you, but I'll pop in from time to time before I scramble. Take care, all. Love to you, Sriracha. It was a blessing seeing you here for even just a moment. Bye, Racha. Have a good day. It's nice seeing you too, Kate. How's things for you, friend? How's life been treating you? I don't know if our friends know, but Tate, some of your friends might remember, beloved Tate, he was also streaming on Arpan. He was doing like marijuana streams. He actually went and visited Sriracha, and they had an absolute ball of a time connecting. It makes me happy to see stuff like that. Ooh, the energy we get to receive by connecting with other people. It's not something you can buy, unfortunately. Right? I imagine the market for meaningful relationships, if there was such a thing, being like the most expensive things you can buy in this world. Right? Oh, 1,000-year-old art? Me. Maybe like me. Oh, very delicious food. Oh, wonderful experiences for the self. Oh, meaningful relationships. Wow. That's the good stuff. That's the stuff that we're all technically striving for. We just end up forgetting. Talking about meaningful relationships. Hey, Toast. It's nice seeing your name, Brother Bear, sending you blessings. How long is it now? 30 days? 30 days or something? Bro, you must be, yeah, in quite a state, huh? I can only imagine. You're gonna be fine, bro. Sending you so much love, man. Things are good here. Yes, did you mean Tate was here? Did I not say Tate? Did I say something else? I do believe I did say Tate. Scanning through my memory. We are heading into winter here, so I'm raking leaves and getting things winterized. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Some of your friends who don't know, Kate is basically a custodian. You know, she takes care of a bunch of homes, and the fact that you have to winterize things, I keep being fascinated by this fractal, Kate. The fact that you friends experience stuff like that. Like I recently watched someone as a thing, as like their thing, first thing in the morning, shovel their lawn, you know, clear it of all snow. And just how weird that is to me as a thing that you can do. Right? Like that doesn't exist at all in my frame of reference, not even remotely. Like if you were to remove the snow, if there landed some on your yard, people would straight up look at you and foul. They'll be like, "What's wrong with you? Why would you do that? The snow was beautiful. We don't get to see snow at all." Oh, so I'm thankful, you know, for you taking care of things. 23 days. 23 days. 23 days is nothing. And it's going to be over before we know it. And then it's going to be a new life, breathing the same air that we're breathing. For the first time, after months of preparation, of consideration, of loving attention, to be brought into this world with so much care. That's a good energy. I completely agree, Toast. That is some good energy, man. I wonder what the energy was like with me being unborn. I was my mom's first after 2.5 years of them being together. Being the first child to new parents. I was a teacher right from the get-go. All first children are teachers in that way, aren't they? Is that why I am the way I am? I'm curious about your little one in that case, Toast. Maybe it's a little bit too early to start asking, but do you want more? Do you want the little one to have siblings? I don't know how I feel about the question either, right? Because usually you'll hear people go into the fractal of like, oh, it's so important that the baby has siblings so that they can yada, yada, yada. But I don't know if that's necessarily the case in my mind right now. I don't think there is loss either way. Energy will be embraced regardless of how big the family. No, no, no. Leave the leaves. No, it's still fall. It's not winter until the end of December. Indeed. Joe Boogs. So much love. We have already had some snow here. On Halloween, we had 2 snow squalls that only lasted for 5 to 10 minutes each. But it was a wild southern Ohio. Very good. So much love to you, bro. There's our beloved Duck Dad as well. Damn it all. I got time changed. Your time has changed indeed. How dare you be 42 minutes late? I want to see you upright. Duck Dad. It's a blessing having you here right now. It's gonna be a mini toast soon. Indeed, right? A child born. A child born. Having kids is saving the future. Sucks that it's such a hard thing to do right now. I don't know if it was ever easy, really, but damn. Like, I cannot even imagine it personally at this point in my life. Right? I can imagine myself loving my potential children. I think that goes without saying, but I can't imagine taking care of them. Again, not from the perspective of not wanting to, but from the perspective of being able to. And if I feel that way, I can't imagine how many others do. Oh, billions. Oh, that's nice. Billions of us, huh? Billions of us are like. Do you have people close, Toast? I don't know how far your parents are away. I just hope you have more help. As much help as you can get. That line of "it takes a village to raise a child" has been echoing in my mind. Like, I've lived on a farm like most of my life. And there is a certain energy and serenity to living on a farm. But it's also, at the same time, I'm trying to explain it. I had this deep thought during my Lions experience a few days ago, where every single place is technically a space to occupy and live within. And there's a bunch of different spaces to occupy and live within on this planet. And then when we make a home on a farm like this, it's like taking yourself so far away from where other people occupy space, and then occupying space in this place. And then there's certain expectations we have from the space for us to happily occupy it, comfortably occupy it with satisfaction in our hearts, if you will. And the thing that's been tripping me out is how it is flawed. Like, we end up creating spaces, at least in some ways, that do not facilitate all of the things that we need to be comfortable. And weirdly enough, one of them is discomfort. I heard about this study that they did on children who grew up in busy city centers and children who grew up on farms. And apparently, children who grew up in busy city centers, of all of that hustle and bustle, of all of that movement, of all of those noises, end up being able to cope with chaos in the outside world better. They end up becoming better leaders. They have more capacity to perform under pressure. Forces you to find calm within yourself. And now I'm trying to think about like the middle way, right? How do we find community in a city? Because surely it's not going to be realistic for us all to just go and live on farms and build our own little community somewhere. I think it can be, but the amount of finances we need, that's the real problem. At least if we're going to do it well, right? And that is, again, my Western mentality showing its head. Like, it wants it to be clean, it wants it to be spectacular, splendid, crystalline. It's another word that's coming to mind. But that is technically in opposition to nature, to curves, to flow. Embracing the give and take of energy. I'll take that as my answer to this line of questioning I'm putting myself through. The world needs more good fathers. Hey, there's one. Seeing you, Brother Bear, is a good father as well. There's a plane flying over me right now. Do I leave with someone I'm upset with to go to a friend's birthday brunch that I just cooked B's and G's for? Or do I send them with the person I quarreled with and cool off in isolation? I would like to believe there is good energy to receive where it is you're going, right? Where you might not receive any good energy by staying. You might just dissipate bad energies, but you won't necessarily receive good ones. So I feel from an energy exchange perspective, maybe it's better to still go to the friend's birthday. I do get that part of us that just goes, fuck this. I'm staying home, right? I don't want to not do none of that stuff. So yeah, who am I to say? My sister says that she has her new baby. Is so great. She said one and done, just one. Yeah, I understand that too. To be fair, I had some kind of mini episode last night. I thought I was having a heart attack. My muscles and nerves were contracting. Couldn't stretch against them. Time to find a doctor. But I'm good. Bro. I'm trying to see if there's more. We love you, bro. Breathing with you, man. This is me being very ignorant and naive. But the way I interpret that is your body trying to tell you to calm down. Your muscles and nerves were contracting, so you couldn't stretch against them. Getting pulled inward. That's literally what we're talking about today. Right? There's so much energy in you that it can literally contract. Like your muscles can literally contract to the point of snapping your bones. That is how powerful you are. Our brain doesn't give us access to that energy because it would be dangerous to ourselves, but it has the ability to debilitate you if you don't treat it the way that it's supposed to be treated. We love you, Brother Duck Dad. Take care of yourself, bro. Is that baby Hank? I think so. I tell people Mel is a poster child for one and done. You should go to the brunch. There's many poor people that you'd like to see other than your quarrelsome friend. Plus food, plus food. This is true. Talked at some scary stuff. You better take care of you. Yeah, I'm happy that you're also echoing that. We'll kick your ass, bro. You don't take care of yourself. Take care of yourself better. We're only kicking your ass because we love you. Sucks to have heat with your friends. I hope you guys make up soon. Love is true. Thank you, Joy, for holding that possibility as well. Sending heals, brother. Thank you. Toast. Jovan, sorry you're dealing with that. But I do agree with Joy, unless you're super pissed and really, really need to cool off. But I'm guessing it's not that bad. Are they using electrolyte supplements? Yeah, maybe just salt. If you don't want to buy supplements, just up your salt intake. Like there is a lot of misinformation, we can call it, around how much salt we need, and believing that salt is directly attached to heart disease. It's not. It's not. People that eat excessively salty food to the point of literally hurting their bodies obviously have heightened levels of sodium, but it's not the same thing, right? So make sure you get enough salt. Your brain cells can literally not fire without it. Your muscles can literally not contract without it. We need salt. It is very important. Is it better? Is it really? It really is the better thing to probably do. Thank you, Joy. I just gotta get over my ego. For what it's worth, it's okay to be angry as well. We talked about this yesterday, right? to allow ourselves those moments of anger, and then to not act inappropriately, whatever that's supposed to mean, right? With those that aren't warranting the same anger from us. Because they didn't do anything. It's not their fault. And I know that you got that. So much love to you, dear Jovan. The degree of beef is important when considering to do or not to go. But in any case, the way you treat this person going forward is ladylike. But in any case, the way you treat this person going forward is ladylike. Should be, is ladylike, ladylike. Does that mean compassionate? Weirdly enough, and this is my own bias, when I hear the word ladylike, Kali comes up in my mind. Right? That's what I imagine treating someone ladylike is like literally murdering them. After murdering them, holding their head up for all to see. Tongue coming out of your face. Manic laughter. I'm not joking. Taking ladylike back, making it ours. Okay. There it is with ladylike. Hope you find some peace today, my friend. I just read that and started fantasizing about what beef I wanted to eat. To be ladylike towards this person, you be charming, smile when appropriate, but keep responses and chatter with this person clipped and brief. Wish them pleasantries, but do not extend your hand. Be kind, but no longer open, unless and until you are ready to revisit the situation. So much love to you, Sam. Thank you for being so wise. That is what I was interpreting the other side of ladylike to be, as you just mentioned. I think I like mine more though. uh, the feminine is very compassionate, right? The feminine is the world right now. Me getting to have this stable moment, not getting absolutely cooked by the air. Thank you, sun, for not being so aggressive today. Mother Nature for receiving only so much energy. The birds, the bugs, the clouds in the background. Has all of that gentleness. Some of the words you said, pleasantries, all of that appropriateness. So much love is from the world. But at the same time, it will kill you. It will straight up kill you. And the best thing that you can do as the masculine, and masculine isn't about genitalia, it's about awareness, right? There is the things you are aware of, and then there is the awareness, right? And those two are in a polarity, a masculine, feminine, positive and negative terminal on a magnet energy exchange, right? A give and take of this energy back and forth. And all that we need to do is have a smile on our face, lovingly accept our death from the world sometimes, ego death as well, right? Letting that version of us melt more, realizing that no matter what happens to this awareness that you are, you will remain lovingly so. The body can have emotional responses, can feel that sense of outrage, but the part of you that's aware of it remains unchanged. It's kind of eerie even, right? The amount of stuff I've experienced and that version of me still just there. Like koi, like Buddha. I'm imagining that's the way I imagine that higher version of myself. It's just like the Buddha gently meditating with that semi-smile on his face, soft eyes, looking at the world, not saying anything, not standing up to eat, not moving from that spot underneath the infinite tree, just simply being. No self, right? Yourself doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Not technically, not in comparison to infinity. And yet here you are. Yet here you are. So what are we going to do with that? Are we gonna make that the point? I'm thinking about Luke yesterday talking about instead of trying to be selfish, try to be self. So maybe that's the thing that we should think about, Javan. At least that's the wisdom that's coming into me. It's like, despite people angering us or there being quarrels, to not be selfish with ourselves and keep ourselves away from other people because of other people's bullshit, but to just be ourselves for those people as well. I know you do it so well. The people love you for it. So I'm sure you'll figure it out. I think it's impossible. You may feel better rather than isolating, John. I think it's possible that you may feel better rather than isolating yourself. But you do what you feel is best, of course. I wanted to say no going. I wanted to say not going, to be fair, a few months ago because I was upset. I feel like that right now, weirdly enough, Shan. Like, with my family as of late, I've been feeling that energy of not wanting to go. Alright? I get it. And I might not go. I might end up staying somewhere else. And it is personal equilibrium slash balance, right? The whole energy exchange, right? Because we do, at least roughly, have the ability to interpret the future. And I would like to believe that at this birthday party, there will be good energies to exchange with. Dude, electrolyte drinks in a few days. Yeah, it's cold here. Just drink broth then, dude. You can drink mushroom broth. You just add like a tablespoon, not tablespoon, teaspoon of salt a day. Like that has made like a massive difference for me, especially when I feel so lethargic and like I can't move my body properly. Because I was upset with the person, but in the end, it was much better going rather than just staying home and being mad and sad. There we go. Thank you so much, Shan, for echoing that. Fractal as well. My heart says one right now as well, but I know all world perspectives will change. Our world perspectives will change very soon. So I'm not making bets. I just want to be the best dad that I can be. This world doesn't make it easy right now. Nope. And that's why I'm proud of you, bro. I know that you have that in mind. And the fact that that is your intention for bringing this child into the world means that you're on the right path. Some people's intentions for having children is to have a child. Some people's intention for having children is to fix their marriage. Some people have it to have something that will entertain them. No, I can keep going down the list. You wanting this child and your primary concern is being a good dad to it, I see you, Brother Bear. You're doing better already than most. Mel, I feel the same way though. My body is telling me something. I was also trying to not cry and freak out while Duckling was trying to play with me. I was thinking, am I dying now? Is this my last kiss? Fuck. That's a big one, bro. Facing our mortality like that. It does make us aware of the importance, right? Of the energies. Like the energy of receiving a kiss from your daughter. Like something that I can't even imagine. The level of innocence, of love, of appreciation for your dad. If that was your last moment, I would think you lucky. I would think you lucky like that. Lucky you, bro. Getting to be loved like that in your last moments too. I'm happy that you're still here so you can be loved even more, giving you more energy, bro. You're gonna be fine. Just take care of yourself. Just as because I used to use electrolyte drops, my muscles would do weird things. How about that? Oh, brother, did I have salt for dinner last night? Bratwurst. And some white rice with soy sauce. And a cup of fruit veg juice. That sounds nice, actually. Lots of plants have natural sodium. This is also true. The American diet is full of sodium. No one who partakes is lacking in sodium. If you're on a special diet or restriction, then you should talk to your doctor about sodium and no one else. Yeah, I am not a medical professional. I hope that goes without saying. Right? I never claimed to be a medical professional. I only have personal perspective. I've noticed in myself that the lack of salt, right? Because there's a difference between monosodium glutamate and, sodium chloride. I do believe at least. Hey Google, can you get your salt from MSG?
According to Technology Networks, by using MSG as a partial substitute for regular table salt, it's
Yeah.
possible to reduce the sodium content and improve the flavor. It has 2/3 less sodium than regular table salt, and you only need a small amount to elevate the overall flavor. MSG has to be used judiciously or your dish will get out of balance.
Thank you. It's really chatty today. It doesn't want me to read myself. I like reading, by the way. Thank you very much. Eva's like, bro, give me that attentions. I'm busy right now, sweet girl. I'm trying to maintain a calm state of energy. I appreciate your love and stuff. So yeah, most of the foods we eat these days is like laden with MSG, which will make it taste salty, but it won't actually give you the appropriate amount of salt, right? At least that's the way I understand it. You want some lavins? Is that what you want, someone? You want someone to lavins you? There you go, sweetie, sweetie. She's like, bro, when you stop, bro? When you stopping? MSG is a flavor creator. I'm so down for MSG, right? I'm just not down for it being the only form of salt that we get. That's the big thing. Are we having Sangha today? Yes, we are. The crickets are lovely, though. I'm happy to hear you say that, bro. Thank you. Where might you not go with your fam, Mel? Weirdly enough, the thing that's coming up in my mind immediately is Christmas. I'm thinking about spending Christmas with friends instead of with my family this year. And I've never felt that way. And it's like a going, not going conundrum that's happening inside my body. What would gentleman like be? Gentleman like would be courteous, respectful, compassionate, considerate. I like those. Maybe honoring in there as well. That was at least my mind to gentleman like. There are so many ways to be a gentleman, Zano. I'm glad that you asked that. What do you think about my definitions of gentleman in that case? Do you approve? Do you think that would be what you would expect? The used to be benchmark was well read, quiet, quick on the draw, witty, and not so much to having of many resources as the willingness to share. Interesting how mine and Sam's definitions are so different and yet can be aligned. Today, I think they'd say the benchmark of gentlemanhood is something like being pro-choice, processing the ability to humble oneself, the ability to practice compassion even when it's hard. What we value these days in our partners has become very internal these days. Man, those repeaters. Yeah, I agree. Right? Just recognizing that you're not all that and that this woman that you are with is just as much as you are. Maybe that's what a gentleman is as well. Had one last weekend, celebrated the end of my youth and my transformation to father. I say adieu to my Ray fam. Thank you. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, Toz? You think you're an adult now? Oh yeah? You think so? You don't think so? I'm gonna come to America eventually. As soon as I'm rich enough for them to let me in, I'm gonna come to America. And then I'm going to kidnap you, bro. I'm gonna steal you from your wife and child. And I'm going to take you to a music festival. And we're going to rave with our family again. Think you can escape that easily? Think you can just have kids An escape? Fun? No. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. I'm not. I know you're joking, of course, but I'm just playing along. Those damn bugs are so freaking loud right now. I'm sorry, Joy. I can see them noise flooring. They're like really hoying. I appreciate y'all. We appreciate you, dear Jean. I'm sorry that you're dealing with this difficulty in the outside world, the chaos of the outside world right now. I was AFK for a bit. It looked like I missed a lot. We had some conversations. I don't think you missed too much. We missed you though. If you haven't been here, love to you. Love Zana. Oh, Toasty, fatherhood is so rewarding. Excited for you on this next chapter in your life. And who knows, maybe you'll be able to festival again down the road. So much love. Yes. Hope your guy and Z-Boy are healthy. That was my Uncle Roger. Love is true. Thank you, Shan. Maybe. But from the back and likely the sober dedicated driver. Yeah, I appreciate that. Right? That's why I wanted to say I'll feed you psychedelics and then go to a music festival. But that isn't even necessary, right? Like I've noticed, there is a certain experience of almost like going where everybody else is going just by being in that vicinity, right? Like it opens this lightness in you. And that can be more than enough. You don't even have to, take anything. Your food aren't our foods. Melt, so your MSG fractal is not ours. Okay, Joy. I love bowling. I'm terrible at it though. Do you have an invite to spend Christmas somewhere else? I do. I was invited by Johan and Christian to go and spend Christmas in George, which is like close to the ocean. And I am really feeling it. It feels like something I would like to do. The only thing holding me onto my family Christmas is Rudo. I haven't seen Rudo in months. He's been working so much. And I know that he's going to be there for Christmas. And that's the only reason that I even lightly consider going and having Christmas with the family. But I don't know if it's enough. I don't know if his energy alone will be enough to outweigh all of the other energy that I'll have to deal with. An ocean Christmas, right? Right, Shan? Right? And I haven't seen the ocean in going on 4 years now or something. Almost 5. So I feel like it's long overdue. I would like to see the ocean. That's me, Toasty. I'm the sober one. It's still a great time. So much lovin's. No Mel, you're coming to Canada, and then we'll road trip through to the States. Maybe Canada will be easier for me. Hey Google, is it easier for South Africans to go to Canada than it is to go to America?
Here are some results from a search.
This is immigration. All of these are immigration. I don't want to immigrate. Let's try again. Is it easier for tourists to get into Canada than it is to get into America from South Africa?
These are the top results.
I'm not getting good information, yo. I imagine Canada probably will have the same rules, though. Do need a visa, regardless of purpose. How long does it take? 8 to 40 days. I can see it. Maybe that's the way it's going to end up happening. Thank you, Novuzana, for planting those ideas in my mind too. I wish I was rich enough for them to let me into America. It cries inside. There we go. Now that I cried inside, I don't have to cry outside. I get to continue maintaining this calm energy. An ocean Christmas. What a dream. He's also in America. I'm just being cheeky. I think he's meaning like the corporate America, like the America, right? The America we all know and hate. I'm sorry. Like he's not being let in there because he doesn't have enough money. I have cousins who live in Texas near the ocean, and they brag about beach barbecues for Christmas. Assholes. I thought Texas was like super far away from the ocean. Am I mistaken? I thought Texas was like in the middle of America. Maybe they drive through. I'm just being cheeky. It's supposed to be 11:11 right now. It was probably. Arizona. Now it all makes sense. Just saying. Harry and Ron had a wonderful Christmas, just as friends together at Hogwarts. That's true. That's true. Like it's gonna be me, Johan, and Christian. I don't know if his parents are gonna be there. I think not. I think maybe not. And that does sound like a lot of fun. Get to beach vibes. Get to be with my people that actually love me unconditionally, regardless of my beliefs. They just love me for me, for who I am, not for who they want me to be. And that is the real thing that I'm feeling into. Do it. Spend Christmas with your boys. Sounds lovely. Can you ask Rudo? I'm sure it's spelled wrong. To come home early, maybe before you leave. Maybe he would. I think that is like part of the plan. I think he might come through before Christmas. If that's the case, it would be ideal. Tough ocean with toes. Admire from afar. Sounds like some haiku right there. Touch ocean with toes. Admire from afar. Are the Spider-Man comments on something other than YouTube? I don't see them. No, no, they were Dan's. They were Dan's comments. I saw them at least. I just switched to all comments though to make sure anyway. Was that the year Ron's dad almost died? Have you a fear of ocean, Toasty? I don't know, Sam. The first Harry Potter with Harry gets the invisible cloaks. Dan? Yes, immigrate here. Yeah, would be nice if I could just do that. I don't know if it's that easy, unfortunately. I need assets. That's the thing that they want from me. They want me to have money, right? Because you either need to have skills that can be attached to some sort of industry, and some sort of industry then have to send me a work permit invitation from Canada that goes to their government, that they invite me to their country. That's one way for me to get in. Marrying someone, I guess, is one other way. And then having a degree and having those skills and potentially having a bunch of capital that you literally invest into property or just into like as a sponsorship. Like you literally pay the government to let you into the country. Like those options are unavailable to me right now. So I'm gonna build something here, and then maybe I'll be able to travel a little bit more easily. Travel with your dad, he can totally get in with a mining visit, and you can just forget you were there. Yeah, like I don't know if you friends have to deal with like visas as much as we do. Like they will literally not let you on the plane if you don't have a visa to get into the country. And like there's a bunch of hoops you have to jump through. Like you have to go places and do interviews. Literally, they pay people to interview other people to make sure that they're allowed in your country or not. There's actual Americans, and they're Americans, right? Like I met Americans in South Africa that looked at me like, "You want to come to America, do you? How about no? But still pay us the $300 that is required of you to apply, and there's no refunds. Oh, you can't go to America? Thanks for the $300, loser." Thanks, that's nice. So we appreciate it. I'm fine. I'm just giving. Let me continue reading. Num, 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 num. Where was the last one that I saw? I'm going to have a beach Christmas in Florida this year for the first time, Mel. We could double up on beach Christmas. I feel like maybe I'm being called to it right now. What do you think this is? The 90s? No one just forgets their kid anymore, Duck. Not since Kevin. You too, Toast. I hope you've stayed toasted. Love is true. Oh, Mel, if you have an ocean Christmas with your two friends, then we get to have an ocean Christmas with you and your two friends. That's true. That does sound nice, doesn't it? Like I'm imagining streaming, with like the ocean behind me and stuff, and it makes me happy. It does push certain buttons in my brain. Mm-mm-mm. I'd be on the coast for Christmas in Eureka with my mom this year. I'll be here at home for Thanksgiving, getting to have the best of both. I'll be quitting the dispo in 2 weeks, but yes, I'm always toasted. That's gonna be a big adjustment, I believe. But I'm happy that you're taking those moments to be clear, because those early days are going to fly right by you, bro. Being as clear of a channel during those moments is going to be important. Sam, Melt's dad returned to customs. Where is your kid? Checked with the bags. Melt dad, bro, he's 25. He's your problem now. Yeah. Massive thalassophobia. Thalassophobia. I also don't know what that word means. To fly? Fear of flying? Hey Google, what is thalassophobia?
According to Healthline, thalassophobia is an intense phobia or fear of large or deep water. If you have thalassophobia, you may be afraid of the ocean, sea, and large lakes.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know if I have thalassophobia, but I do get it. I do get the fear that is associated with deep water. You have an official mining experience with your dad's company. Nope. Not even a little bit, technically. I have some experience with machinery, but no direct mining experience. Duckling and I have been playing the old Spider-Man every day. She loves swinging in Central Park, but says we shouldn't go to New York. The crime never stops. I'm just imagining her having to like swing through the streets and then just seeing crimes, being like, bruh, I'm having a good time right now, swinging from building to building. You're interrupting my flow, and now I have to make you stop criming. Come on, New York City, please stop criming so much. I can't get to have any chill time for myself. Canada is the best, the lame older brother of the US. Try to fly to Mexico, cross the border. I hear it's quite easy. Yeah, they still check your visas. They still check that stuff, right? And that's the big thing. I'm not gonna get a visa for your country, not anytime soon at least. Try to fly to Mexico and cross the border. I hear it's quite easy. Avoid beach Christmas. Canada was founded around the Civil War, though, also true. Dan, we aren't yet, but she is asking already. Her favorite suit is the blue one with the bag on his face, getting all of the different hats. The younger sibling often learn from the older siblings' misdeeds, don't they? They do. That is the easiest way to, right? I don't know if I was like, I guess my misdeeds was just going against the indoctrination, right? And then they got to see how my family treats people that don't believe what they believe. And then they got to learn the lesson that in order to be loved by your family, you have to believe extra hard in what your family believes in. And it doesn't work that way for me, because I realize that there is love whether they give it to me or not, right? It's a love for self that technically overwhelms all of that energy. They also learn from getting hit toast. The only person who can stop a bully from becoming a bully is an older sibling. I'd marry a foreigner for a couple of years so they can get a green card, provided they have cash. What's the going rate these days? 50K, 100K? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even have close to that. Not even remotely. Like, I've literally never seen 100K in my whole life. I've maybe seen like 10% of it. Like, I've maybe, like seen like 10K over the last few years of my working. South Africa's economy is significantly different to the American one. It's also a problem. I have the opposite of thalassophobia. I love the black water. How about that? Do it. Enjoy, do it, Mary Meld. I'd probably not, right? Only for the paperwork implications. Like, I cannot even, I don't like dealing with paperwork in general, for myself even. Doing it for two people, that just sounds like an absolute nightmare. I'd watch the shit out of that reality show. I condone this marriage. That's so funny, Doug. She said that about Crime in New York. They're great games. I recommend all three. Love is true. She won't let me pass the crime. She makes me fight it every single time. Can't let the bad guys win, Dad. Love is true. Love you. Love is true. Thank you for your energy today, Mel. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning into this calm with me, bro. I think it's about time for us to finish up. Sangha is coming up real quick. So let's pull a card. Let's pull a card, shall we? Conclude today's calm energy. See what will be said by sacred geometry. What will our interpretation be? Can you imagine, for me, the exact card you want to see? The card that's going to bring you calm, going to remind you of the love you have in your heart. It's going to bring to your awareness exactly what needs to be felt. This one? Okay. I would like to pull one at the same time. Okay. Tell me when you're ready so I can reveal. Paperwork. So to some of your friends who don't know, Toasty also got himself this deck of cards. You think blue, Zano? Let's see. Paperwork. You hire immigration attorneys to do the paperwork. You think I have money for immigration attorneys? You're so cute, Joy. So cute when you say stuff like that. Oh, just hire immigration attorneys. I like how you add like the S, right? Like I can afford one immigration attorney. No, not I can't afford just one. I have multiples. I have many of them. I have attorneys. I can't even imagine. The whale one. You think we're gonna get infinite wisdom? Let's see. I hope so. I was thinking about the elemental embrace card last this morning. ETF. I think Toasty. Toasty just got his mind melted. I mean, the card is blue, Zano. It's not the one you thought it was. 31? I didn't. I think I pulled 31. Was it yesterday? Let me see again. Card number 31. Ooh, goodness. So this is like the only card in the whole deck where Mama Nature is like literally breathing soul energy into a new baby. Yeah, bro. How about that, Toast? How about that? Oh, get schooled by sacred geometry. Oh, goodness. I'll read this one for our friends so that you can see what Toasty is going through. Breath, prana, and birth. We pulled card number 24, and Toasty's baby is coming in 23 days. So 24 days from now, potentially, Toasty's little baby will be in this world. So I'll read this one afterwards, but the card that Toasty pulled goes as such. This is a card of new beginnings and renewed life force. The mother goddess passes on the breath of life, the vitality, life-sustaining force of living prana as the child is birthed into this plane of existence. Hearts formed from golden spirals carry the energy of deep love to this new beginning. Woo! It's instantly my brain gets melted, Toast. I'm here with you, bro. Pulling this card indicates that new beginnings are expanding your life. Breathe into this new energy and feel the life force residing there. Follow the prana in your breath as you inhale and exhale. Feel how your energy is renewed with each breath. Picture yourself breathing life into each new beginning. Whether you were birthing a child, a relationship, or a creative project, inhale life force into your lungs and heart. Then exhale prana into your endeavor. Feel the evolution of your new beginnings filled with life force and success. Recognize how the events of your life activate new beginnings each and every day, with each breath and with each fresh viewpoint. That's trippy, Toast. Like, this is like the baby being born card. The fact that, Toast is on his way of becoming a new father. The first lines again. This is a card of new beginnings and of renewed life force. The mother goddess passes on the breath of light, the vital life-sustaining force of living prana, as the child is birthed into this plane of existence. Like, that was one of the things that I had to kind of like harp on about thinking about Toasty's baby, is the fact that he or she, they are going to breathe the same air that me and you were breathing. The life force that the divine feminine gives to every single one of us. I haven't touched these cards in so long, and of course they had to grab you by the scruff of the neck a little bit, huh? The time change. Yuck, Nancy, love you for being here despite the time change. Holy smokes, Toast. I'm choked up. Love is true. I was thinking thoughts about number 42, and you pulled 24. Stone stories. This is also like one of those weirder cards. I wear a piece of stone around my neck always. Technically, this used to be stone as well, that got refined, and now I'm wearing it around my finger. All of these things surely have stories of their own as well. Love is true. Card number 24. Messages, listening, and hearing. The petroglyphs, these petroglyphs, were borrowed from the site in New Mexico, where some 20,000 petroglyphs have been documented. The stepped feet geometry embedded in this image mirrors the glyphs in the rock art. Stones and crystals are planetary record keepers. They record ancient wisdom and carry messages from other times and dimensions. Sites across the planet where petroglyphs abound are often considered holy places. Humans, in co-creation of the divine, have carved, packed, or painted stories in stone that remain today as icons of times past. This card asks you to hear the stories that stone have to tell. What is it? What will it take for you to decipher their messages? Seek to quiet your mind and listen of your intuitive senses. Stones reveal meaning when you pay attention and tune into their ancient stories. As you sit with your crystals, petroglyphs, and stones at sacred sites or simply in nature, recognize that you will hear their messages when you learn to listen. Finally, this card requests that you understand how learning to listen will improve your ability to understand far more than these stone stories. You are asked to consciously listen and truly hear every facet of creation, including the people around you and the voice of your own heart. Yeah. Yeah. The calm voice of our own heart, huh? Love is true. Let me put away my cards and then we'll play some kalimba before we finish today's stream. Still have like a few more minutes at least. Okay, this stone one is interesting. I have an entire display cabinet for my rock collection. And the other day, one of the 3 glass shelves shattered and all those rocks fell down to the next level. How did you interpret that? All this weekend, my favorite rock people are in town doing a giant rock and gem show. More synchronicity. Thank you, Louisiana. You know, like this is the thing that melts me about this space is that even though I do resonate with that meaning of that card, and it does feel special to me, the fact that we have a friend who gets to experience in her world that fractal of her her rock display breaking and people coming into her town. So a bunch of people coming with that intention closer to her, you know, to collect rocks, to listen to these ancient stories, you know, because you're seeing a story. When you see a crystal, this didn't happen instantaneously. This happened over thousands, millions of years, even, of like slowly material building up to form these crystalline structures, right? That's a story. And you can listen to it, right? And I believe we listen to it by seeing it, by appreciating it, by feeling the texture of it. And then I pull this card, and Lois gets to share her experience, and it makes it even more special. Thank you, Lois, for sharing with us. I was planning to clean up my cabinet and then go to the show, maybe get one small rock. Please, please do that. Please. I would really appreciate if you did. Good morning, friends. Must be daylight savings because it's early for card time. Yeah, I mean, we've been like streaming for 1.5 hours. I don't think it's too bad. Not too early, at least in my mind. Usually we do like 1 hour mark. 1 hour mark is when I start thinking about pulling cards. Before the 1 hour mark, I don't even think about it. And this weekend, morning, but I haven't gone for whatever reason. Today is the last day. I will go. Please do. Please do, Louisiana. I think you'll love it. Hey, I see Luke. I was just talking about you earlier about the bear. Your wisdom still echoing in my mind. To be the self instead of just to be selfish. Thank you again for that wisdom that you conveyed with the bear. But I haven't gone. Love again. Is there some reason you're depriving yourself of this experience, Lois? It's just the effort, and it's cold outside. Didn't you know? Don't you know it's cold? It's so cold out there. So cold, especially where Louisiana is. The blankets in the bed are significantly more comfortable than the rocks are going to be, at least in the immediate moment. But the clock in the US has changed and is happening an hour earlier for me, Mel. That's probably true. But that's not how it works, technically, right? For me, it's the exact same time. The exact same time every single day. My wife helped me recover. That was kind of wild. I don't believe in magic, but sometimes it hits me in the face. I don't believe in magic, Toasty says as he's magicking right in front of his eyes, right? Like, what are the odds, oh? What are the odds? Right? Oh, it's 1 in 64, Melt. Yeah. Yeah, it's 1 in 64, but what are the odds that I went into that fractal with Toast? Oh, 1 in higher number. Okay. What are the odds of me and Toast existing at the same time on this planet? Oh, 1 in some billions. Oh, okay. What are the odds that this 1 in some billions peoples existing in this 1 in some billions likelihood of being here right now happen to meet one another on different parts of the world? One of them, you know, starts having a baby, comes into the space. One of them knows that, honors him for that. And then one of them pulls a card that happens to perfectly resonate and is in sync with the message of the day of energy. You know, like the odds are impossible. It's magic, Toast. It is magic. We're magicking right now. And the thing is, I feel like that's the thing that people get wrong with magic. Is some people think magic should be this grand display of, you know, transmuting lead into gold, alchemy or whatever. No, magic is a feeling. Magic is that sense of significance that we apply over what we could consider ordinary events, because it's ordinary to pull a piece of cardboard with squiggles on it and then read something. That's an ordinary thing to do. But because of this way that we showed up, this energy, this intention that we contributed to the space, the give and take of this energy, we get to make magic, right? Where the sum, the thing is larger than the sum of its parts, right? Like, sure, there is this infinity symbol, but the thing that that infinity symbol represents is infinite. It's actually infinite. You are that infinity. You are magic, bro. I'm happy that you've recovered. Lean into it, bro. This is the world we're showing up for, man. You've spoken wise words today, buddy. You have listened with wise ears. Get complimented back, bro. Thank you for the love. I haven't been in stream for a minute. Love is true. Maybe me taking my time and being a little bit calm with it is what I needed to do. You ready for some kalimbaying? Some calming? Some relaxing? I like those pictures of cardstock with squiggles on them. Me too. Pieces of, yeah, me too. And me too. I really like it. I want to make my own even, Zano. It's just the significance we apply because technically it's rough material and we are the thing that brings magic into it by living into that experience. So I honor you, friends, for making this experience a magical one. I'm gonna give you some nature scene and then I'm gonna play some kalimba to accompany it. And there we go. Our stream has come to its natural conclusion. A calm moment to facilitate, encourage, appreciate this calm energy we have been participating within. Love is true. Kalimba! Let us kalimba. So much lovin's. Let's see how quickly we can get our Shan message. And then I'm going to probably remain seated. Ooh, and get ready for the next stream. Thanks, Mel. Thank you, Nanshi. Thank you. This is all you. You can think of me, technically, as a figment of your imagination, as an illusion. You can. You can. The thing that is giving this moment meaning is you. You are the one, dear friend, the thing for which you are looking. So I thank you for choosing to look at me. It really is an honor. I appreciate you so much. And I honor you for being willing to give me any second of your time. We don't get an infinite amount, so I really do take it seriously. Again, I appreciate you so much. I think our Shan message should be done by the time I'm getting to it. So I'll start by saying, have the mostest, beautifulest day, everyone. For realsers, for really realsers, love you all so, very, very superest, the duperest, exponentially, enormously, giga, gigantically, gin, enormously, giga gigantically, ginormously, galactically, hugestly, dearly beloved, charmingly, confidently calm. Melt more. And all of you, oh so very, very, absolutely, amazingly, incredibly, spectacularly, marvelously, mesmerizingly, enthrallingly, exuberantly, grandly, gorgeously, magically magical, adored divine friends that embrace the give and take of energy. So we love you, dear Shan. As we love all of you, dear friends, thank you for joining us once again, for showing up for conscious evolution. It's the hardest work we'll ever do. I promise you. This is going to be the hardest work we'll ever have to do, to consciously evolve. To realize that most of our growth is going to happen in our minds, not in our bodies, but from the place from which we're looking. I appreciate you, friends, so much. Again, I'll see you soon. Tomorrow again. Goodbye to you.